Hi everyone. Today I am going to give you a quick video on E1 error code on this Farberware Countertop Dishwasher. I am going to give some partial credit to another YouTuber who has a video out there where he suggested you inject vinegar onto the side. So let me tell you what I did to resolve my E1 error code. Now, I am not videographer. I don't do YouTube videos for a living, but I do like to share anything that I find that might be helpful to others. Because when Googling E1 error code, there were a lot of questions but no responses. So, excuse me. Let me tell you what I did, and I hope it works for you. Okay, I first of all did what the other YouTuber has suggested. This little hole that you see right there, I used a syringe and I put it in the hole. I injected it with vinegar several times and let it sit. Initially, it didn't work. What was happening is that I was turning on filling up the dishwasher, putting the water in, getting the triple beeps, turning it on. Just a small trickle of water was coming out of here, very little, and some from up here was trickling. Nothing was happening. Also, once the E1 error code came on, very little came out of the drain, the flexible drain pipe. And let me point out that I'm not using this connected to the faucet. I use it with the pitcher. Okay, so it was very frustrating. So I decided that I would open it up. Now, there's nowhere in Google, on the internet, Googling it, that tells you how to repair this, how to open it up. But what the heck, it wasn't working. I took my chances. So I opened it up. I took out 2 screws in the back that hold a metal weight for the dishwasher in place. There's a heavy, on the right-hand side, a heavy metal weight. And the purpose of that, I believe, is so the dishwasher doesn't move around when it's washing the dishes. Okay, so I removed that. Then I removed, you didn't have to remove the plastic underplate, but there were 3 other screws on the bottom that I removed, and it exposed the inside. Now, I was not able to remove the whole plate, which was very frustrating because of the electrical cord. Okay, it would not pull up, and I had trouble. I just didn't want to mess with it. My husband's out of town, so I was tackling this on my own. I will tell you that up inside, down here, right in here, if you're going to open it up, be very careful. There are 2 springs that are hooked up to this extension inside that have a little rectangular plastic piece with 2 slots. Hold on to that. If you decide to do this, do not let go of those pieces. They're small and they will fly, disappear, fall into the machine. So make sure you hold on to it and then unhook the spring. I hope, without seeing it, I know it's difficult to understand, but just there's a spring there that hooks to this latch here on the door to give it this flexibility that you see here. And it's held on to this metal piece on the inside with a little square, rectangular rather, plastic piece that has 2 slots in it, and the hook of the spring hooks up into it. So be very careful if you decide to go that route. So when I looked inside, I saw the tubing where the water that I put in here goes through, and you can see that there was some residue in there. Now, I have to tell you that I did not use this dishwasher for a year. I bought it new, used it a couple of times, and then opted not to use it. So recently I decided I wanted to use it again, and I guess that's what happened. I did empty it out, but hard water sits in it, and then you have a problem. Like an espresso coffee maker, you have to descale it. So I'm sure that I had some lining and scaling problems inside, and that's why the gentleman went in with the vinegar, and that worked for him. But probably he was using his dishwasher on an ongoing basis, but I wasn't. So there was probably a lot of, I don't know, calcium built up in there. Anyway, to make a long story short, I cannot take the bottom off to really get in there and look. But I did see that this particular hole here goes to the heating, ceramic heating element. Okay, so one part of it that in the ceramic heating element that's in here is the hose that's coming in from the water up here, goes in there. It processes it through the ceramic heating element. Then there's another little tube underneath which throws the water out from this hole. And very little water was coming out of there. So that led me to believe that I was having some scaling problems. Also, what I saw in the tube. So I did what I normally do with my espresso machine. Like I said, I put the vinegar in there. I put vinegar down here. I put a mixture of water vinegar there. And I treated it as if I was descaling my machine. Okay. Now, one of the things that was happening in the beginning was that this little faucet code, which indicates water is not being drawn in, kept turning on. And nothing was going out, obviously, because no water was coming in. That was a problem. So I would walk away, I come back, try it again, nothing, you know. But one of the things that I did do, going back to when I opened it up, and I saw that the ceramic heating element was here, I very lightly tapped on it. It has a metal, the ceramic inside is encased in a metal. So I tap, 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 and said, okay, let's hope that whatever's in there will loosen up, especially since I had put the vinegar in. Good. So then I came back, okay, put some more vinegar in. I mean, it's not going to kill anybody, right? So I put more vinegar in, and then to make sure the vinegar went in, I tilted the machine this way. See how I'm tilting the machine? Because some of it was pouring out, and I wanted to make sure that it got inside that hole there. So then I started the machine, okay, turned it on, tap, 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 as I pour water. This, I can't do it now, but this disappeared. Then all of a sudden, out of this hole, the water started gushing out. Since I had only used a few times, I didn't know what was going to happen. I said, oh God, this is going to overflow. But no, what it did was it filled up this whole base with water. And once it reached a certain level, it started to work. As you can see, it's wet. Started to spray and function the way it was supposed to function. So it's fixed now. Okay, I ran it through the cycle with the vinegar, and it's fixed. And what I plan to do is, because I do use the hard water from the sink, is I hope to use my filter water, and I'm going to treat it now more like a like an espresso machine. I'm going to every so often throw vinegar in there, or maybe some of the Durgo that I use in my espresso machine, just to make sure that I maintain it clean. And I'll tell you that I saw some little there were some little pieces here which I took out that looked like this. I don't know if you can see it, white. So I bet that was a calcium. So that obviously that was the problem. So I hope this helps. Forgive my video, professional video, but listen, if it helps anybody out there, that'll make my day. Just tell me it helped you. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks, everyone. And I hope this takes care of your E1 error code.